Hello! This is a book talk. Today I'm going to talk about Let It Snow, which is a book that contains 3 stories written by 3 different people, namely John Green, Maureen Johnson and Lauren Miracle. I got Let It Snow quite a while ago, during summer I think I bought it, but I kept it and I wanted to wait until it was actually the holiday season to read it because all 3 stories take place around Christmas. I almost forgot reading it because it was on my to read pile for so long that I had sort of forgotten about it, and then it was almost Christmas and I suddenly was, oh my god, I still have to read Let It Snow because I was keeping it for Christmas. I really enjoyed reading Let It Snow. They were quite easy reads. You can easily go between the 3 stories. I've only ever read anything by John Green before. I read most of his books by now, and I really like his writing, so I thought, hey, let's check this one out. Also, I do follow Maureen Johnson on Twitter because I think she's hilarious, but this is the first time that I'm actually reading some of her writing, and surprisingly enough, her story was my favorite. I would have guessed that I probably would have liked John Green's the most, just because I enjoy the way he tells stories. Lauren Miracle, I don't actually know very much about her, but I quite enjoyed her story, although I can understand why some people think it's not the best from the 3. I really enjoyed how together all 3 stories felt like a larger narrative, like it's part of a bigger world, and you just get these little snippets of the stories that the author has decided to show you. Which is something for me that's always quite important with shorter stories and not novels, is that it feels like a complete world even though you're only getting to see like a little bit of it. And that's, I think that this was done quite well in Let It Snow. I think out of all 3 of the stories I like Maureen Johnson's the best because I just emphasized the best with Jubilee, her main character. She's the narrator for that story, and I just connected with her the most, I guess. So that's, I think, why I like that story the best. And also, where it comes to the John Green story, I thought it was a little bit too predictable. I could see the ending coming from miles away, and that was not... I'm used to better from John Green, basically. But maybe I just... I've been binging on his books a bit too much, so I'm too much in tune to what's going to come next in his writing. I quite enjoyed the Lauren Miracle story. I can understand how people think the narrator is not the best person. She's a very self-involved girl, and I can see how that could be annoying, but it's understandable. You know, I like that she went for a story in which the main character is very self-involved, and the story is basically about her resolving that and being aware of that and trying to change it. And some weird Christmas miracle stuff happens, which, all in all, Lauren Miracle probably had the toughest job because she had to bring it all together and put all these elements of the previous 2 stories in her story that would take focus away from her main character, actually, and what she was going through. Because when, in the end, in the 3rd story, when you have people appearing from earlier stories, you're just... You know who they are because you've spent time in their heads, and you're kind of focused on how they're perceived by other people instead of how how Eddie, the main character of Lauren Miracle's story, is feeling at that moment. All in all, I thought Let It Snow was a very nice read for over the holidays, and if you like young adult fiction, you will probably enjoy this book as well.